Podcast, a platform created to entertain, educate, and evolve the modern-day deer hunter. Hey everybody, welcome to the Deer Hunter Podcast. It is currently Monday, December the 3rd. November has came and went. Firearm season is closed. And we got a couple days here to archery hunt, which I've been already seeing some guys getting out there with archery equipment before muzzleloader kicks off, which is Zone 3. Well, I guess Zone 1, 2, and 3 all open the 7th. And then Zone 1 and 2 run to the 16th, whereas Zone 3 is open to the 23rd, which is awesome. There's still a solid month of deer hunting here. And then late season in Zone 3, I believe, there will be the Tri-County extended antlerless season that'll run through January, if I'm correct. You'll have to look in the hunting guide for the state and verify that, but I know that was the case last year, and I believe I saw that for this year, so I'm excited to sell, man. I love muzzleloader season. I love this time of year. There's not as many people in the woods, period. The deer's patterns get pretty consistent. Less people intruding into the woods and screwing up their patterns, and they kind of go back to that, September, late August, September patterns from what I've seen in the past just off annual trail camera data. And I got one buck in particular that I haven't had him on camera here in a couple weeks, but I just assume that's because I haven't had any deer period on camera on the farm that I've been hunting down here. There just hasn't been a lot of does on the property at all, and for that fact, I think most of the bucks traveled outside of this area for the the rut. But if he comes back on the farm and goes back to his pattern that he had last winter, we'll have a good opportunity to kill that deer, which is pretty exciting. But a lot of people in the neighborhood know about him. I've been getting photos from other neighbors that have pictures of him. He's a real nice 3.5-year-old 9-point. I don't know what he'll score. I would think definitely in the 130s, but I don't know that to be true. But regardless, he's a great looking Michigan buck, and yeah, if that's not the case, that's fine too, because we're going to travel back up to northern Michigan the last weekend of muzzleloader. So the weekend of like the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th, we're going to go up and go on a muzzleloader hunt. It would be great to still have my second buck tag, as well as I have a Forest Management Lands doe tag for that county as well, which I'd really like to fill that. We were eating some of the buck that I shot here opening day of firearm season last night, and I hadn't had venison tenderloin in a while. We ran out of it probably early summer, I would say. In the springtime was the last tenderloin that I had, and we cooked that up. And man, I made that last night, and it's just it's unbelievable stuff, man. I definitely need to shoot another deer, potentially two. Would be awesome. So I still have 2 tags. I'll be taking. I told myself I was going to take a little bit of a break this week, and oddly enough, like one day into that break, I'm just completely like jonesing to get back into the woods. I'd love to do some bow hunting this week, but I've got some other stuff to get caught up on, and I'm really looking forward to getting out with the black powder. So lots of hunting to still be done, and potentially, like, I don't. It's my kind of favorite time of the season. I like the snow and the cold. I like the way the landscape looks out there. I like the fact that you can see tracks in the snow, get a great idea of where deer are bedding, where they're moving. I mean, if you're still motivated and getting out there, this might be the easiest time of the year, if provided that you do have snow, to put puzzle pieces together and build like an actual plan to shoot a deer versus, just kind of running into one, which happens this time of year too. I mean, you're way better off being out there than not being out there. And I know a lot of people this time of year kind of wrap it up, especially you get those mornings where it's 16 degrees and the snow's flying. You're not going to get the fair weather people, and you'll notice that when you pull into the parking lots at the public land and trailheads and stuff, they'll be empty, or there'll be 1 or 2 cars there. And great time of year to take advantage of that. Locate some late season food sources and figure out some travel patterns. Get out there a day or two and scout, see what the deer are doing right now, and get on it. So exciting. Still a good solid month of deer hunting to be done here in the state of Michigan, and 2 tags in my pocket, so that's exciting stuff. As far as anything, we're approaching our 100th episode. That's gonna be next week, which is crazy. It doesn't feel like we've been doing this nearly long enough to be approaching the 100th episode, but that is the case. I'm not exactly certain what we're going to do. I got a couple different ideas. It's probably going to be a 2-parter. I got something really cool that we have already recorded that I'm excited to put out, and I know I'll put that out next week for sure. And then I think the guys are going to come over to the garage this week, and we're going to sit down and record something as well. So keep an eye out for that next week. It'll be our 100th episode. We'll probably have a couple posts on social media, Facebook and Instagram. It would be, absolutely, it would be greatly appreciated if anybody and everybody would be willing to share that stuff. Just give it a share on Facebook and on Instagram if you would. I don't have the financial means or the budget to pay Facebook and Instagram to run ads. Maybe next year we'll be able to do a little bit of that, but if you, the listener, enjoy the show, when this 100th episode stuff comes out, if you would just give it a share on your Facebook, any pages groups that you belong to, or anybody just in general that you think would enjoy the podcast, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. So, yeah, this episode that we're going to dive into right now is the second installment of our 3-part deer camp series. Like I said, the first one started off real slow. It was late at night. We were exhausted. This one is a little better. I had the recording equipment set up. So we recorded this one would be the eve of firearm opener. Joined by Jason Meekoff, my brother Drew, and Ryan. to be honest with you, there was so much going on. I think a couple different guys jumped in and out on this one. That whole week is just kind of a blur. There was so much chaos going on. But I had the recording equipment set up. I didn't hunt that evening. I had commitments to help with dinner for the group. So I stayed in, actually, and I was way behind on sleep. I had been sick, kind of getting my ass kicked. So those guys all went out to archery hunt November 14th. And I hunkered down in the Airstream, crawled in my sleeping bag, literally zipped the thing up and over my head, just buried myself in there like a little cocoon. And I went to sleep for like 2.5 hours. And then I woke up right in the evening, kind of as it was like prime time, and stepped out of the camper, made a cup of dark timber coffee with one of those gravity packs, got a fire going, got the podcast equipment fired up. And then, I knew it would be probably about an hour after dark by the time those guys, they were all mobile hunting. They had to tear their stuff down, pack out. They were all 3/4 of a mile basically out in the woods, and then they were 20 minutes north of a drive from camp. So those guys got back about an hour after dark, and as soon as they did, I made them sit down with me, get right on the headsets, talk about their hunts, talk about what we had been doing, and then I think we kind of go over our game plan for, firearm opener. And it was a fun podcast. The ones that we record from deer camp are, probably my favorite from the entire season. So I'm glad that we went through the efforts to sit down and make them happen. And this one's a little more upbeat from part 1, and then part 3 is elevated energy level up, another dial up from this one. So enjoy the podcast. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next week for the 100th episode.
Go there shopping.
Where?
Gaylor's.
Central, East Central.
You ever been in the store with Bob?
We're saying tonight.
Ooh, I don't have my normal channel.
Hola, senor.
What's up, Bomber?
What's up, buddy? I appreciate the buffalo plaid. It's nice. That's why.
That helps, huh?
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass.
So you guys didn't see? Did you? Let's start with you. Let's go around the table. Well, let's just brief what's going on. You guys go about your business. Don't worry. Yeah, background noise is good. Or come over here and listen to these hunting stories, whatever the hell you want to do.
Deer
yeah,
camp,
it doesn't matter.
Background noise.
We're at deer camp.
Yep.
It's November 14th.
Yep.
I stayed here.
Mm-hmm.
I napped.
I napped so hard.
Look at the wood stove.
Oh, a new dampener.
There you go.
Yep.
Fancy.
Got the new dampener in. Got a nap in.
Ooh.
Got hydrated. Showered. Got that fire going.
The fire out there
Productive.
wasn't looking hot
Oh
when we
man,
left.
I feel good about tomorrow. Feel prepared, rested. I needed some rest. I didn't want to sit all day tomorrow and be struggling to keep my eyes open, And
That's
I was
why
just beat
I
down.
just pack grinds into my gums all night.
There you go. Those grinds are badass. Have you had one of those
I
yet?
grind it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a lot of grinding this weekend.
Yep.
I got
We'll have to get in touch with
grinder.
We should get in touch with these guys. They're
Grind?
definitely a product that deer hunters need to know about. Grinds. www.getgrinds.com. They're like chew
not
pouches.
to be confused with grinder. Don't go down that road. But.
No, I did. I sent an email to them. I reached out to them, and they sent out a
Ryan
variety
sent
pack.
a,
I've got some.
Oh,
email
really?
Yeah, I actually have some in my truck.
Oh, that would be great. Could I
Yeah.
maybe get one
Yes,
tomorrow?
absolutely.
That would be super
Yeah.
cool. They are like chew packs of coffee, flavored coffee, and they give you a little caffeine buzz and something to do in the
They
tree
got-
stand. I mean, they just kick ass.
Well, they market too to help people stop dipping tobacco.
Mm.
They kind of say you
I
can
don't know
wean
if it
yourself.
helps because it makes me want to.
I
I
kind of
like
want to
it.
dip now.
Yeah.
That sounds
Well,
great.
I used to
amazing.
dip, and
Why
that's
am I not dipping?
the only thing you don't get is the nicotine and the burn in your gum.
I
when
just
it
feel like
starts.
a better person.
I feel like I'm getting shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm
I want to
dipping.
know what the email response when he emailed Grinder was.
Yeah.
Oh, I had it was overwhelming.
Well, with a beard like that,
it was overwhelming, Jason. It really was.
So Ryan's here, Drew's here, joined with at first time at deer camp, Jason Meekoff.
Heck
yeah.
Bomber's
Good to
here.
have you, Mason.
Mason.
Bomber's standing here by the wood stove. Tommaso's here. A bunch of other guys are here, and you guys just got back from hunting, and I was here just resting and getting prepared for tomorrow, and we're getting ready for dinner. And I thought it'd be nice if you guys could come in here and just you guys all went hunting. I wanted to hear what happened. I thought I might as well do it this way and record a little podcast out of it. So let's start with you, Ryan. What happened?
Just tonight or today?
Yeah, you want to
No,
kind
I
of bring us up
yeah.
to speed, maybe just real quick.
Went to Drew's last night, and we hunted down that way this morning, and got out, I don't know, just before light.
Yeah, it was like 6 o'clock we got out there.
Yeah, I was doing my setup. I never been there before. I didn't know what tree exactly, but he had it all set up for me. So I climbed up in there, and about 10 minutes after I was there, I put a couple bleats out, doe bleats. Oh, excuse me. And about 10 minutes later, I don't know how I didn't see her sooner, but there was a doe right behind me. And as I turned around to look, to scan around there, she was looking at me. So she must have caught the movement. Mm-hmm. And she was maybe about 25 yards. And I just wasn't able to get my bow off the hook and make it all
That's exactly
happen.
what was happening, huh?
Yep.
I feel like he could have got it done in a tree stand.
Yeah.
He got.
I wasn't going to bring up the whole
She wouldn't have
tree
seen
stand
you. if
saddle
you were in a
thing,
tree
start that
stand.
whole thing. But no, she worked her way behind me, winded me, and took off. And that was about all I saw. Froze my ass off this morning. It was pretty cold. And then,
Did you get cold tonight?
actually, no.
No?
Not really. No, I don't
Yeah,
know. I didn't even
mornings
put that
are a
puffy
lot
on.
rougher than mornings are a lot rougher than afternoons.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just wearing my 6-sight hoodie, soft shell pants, jacket, and a smart wool base layer. That's about it. Oh, and I got a wool sweater underneath this as well.
You wore that little hat and stayed warm?
Mhm.
Son of a bitch, you're built different than I am, man.
Not quite like Dan Infault, but maybe along the same type of genetic
I think so.
properties.
Let's not get carried away here.
I don't know if I could wrestle as many coons as him at the same time. But no, so I went out tonight. Never
Did
been
you
there
sit
before.
that bench?
I went a little higher up on that bench. I was walking that bench.
Did you
and,
find any sign?
I found a nice fresh rub, like good sized tree, torn up, and it was pretty high up. It was probably hip high at center.
Yeah.
So it was pretty high up, and it was fresh. So
Was there tracks in there?
yep, there's fresh tracks in the snow. So I followed those tracks, and I could see there was a bunch of oaks up towards the peak of the ridge. And I worked my way up there, and I'm thinking, it's still probably they're milling around by the oaks, picking up acorns still where they can. It's probably preferred brow for this area. But so I worked my way up there, and I saw there was a huge blowdown. Like, they flattened all those oaks and trees right on the top of that
Really?
peak. Yeah, so I could kind of see that it made another, not artificial edge, but it was already, I was looking kind of at a thicker edge, thicket and stuff like that.
Right.
And then I had behind me that edge of all that blowdown, that created really good bedding, I thought, for bucks or deer, whatever in there. And there was a lot of trails. I was sitting on maybe a 3-4 way intersection there, and it was a good spot, but didn't see anything all night.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like his is the best, so should we go to you next?
Yeah, I guess mine's a tale of defeat also. This morning I hunted with Ryan down by Mile. Saw a 10 deer. I took a pop shot at 50 yards out at a doe that was eating some acorns and killed a branch in the process. Not a deer. But and then this afternoon I just stared at a couple squirrels and pine trees and listened to my ears ring because it was dead quiet out there.
No deer, huh?
That was a nice night.
Dead quiet.
Dead quiet.
Super quiet. That's a pretty badass spot up there, right? Like
Yeah.
driving in, you're like, all right.
It's amazing. Like, you hear something and it sounds like an elk coming through the woods, and you look and at 50 yards away it's a chickadee hopping from branches, you know, because it's just so dead quiet out there. It's crazy.
Yeah, I like that spot out there a lot. Did you hunt close to them?
I was further south. There's a clear cut out there a ways. I was on a finger ridge that sort of feeds down into the big clear cut that's surrounded by a bunch of like scrub pines. So the finger has some bigger trees on it. So I saw a little fort.
That was a spot you found when you were bird hunting up here this fall?
Yep. It was like middle of October. I was up here. Saw a bunch of rubs and scrapes up on that finger ridge. So I figured I'd slide up there, see what I could see. Saw a forky about 90 yards. Walked across me for like 10 minutes. Watched it feed through the woods.
Nice.
So saw that.
So with a gun, you potentially...
With a gun, he could have easily been dead, but all I have is my restricted tag left.
Oh, that's right. You already filled your...
Yeah, I already filled one tag this year. So so the most exciting part about the evening was actually getting down. Had one of those why you always wear a lineman's belt moments. Yeah, I was... got the tree stand down. I was working my way down, taking down the sticks. Was took a step down onto like third stick up to remove the fourth stick, and it kicked out from underneath me.
What kid?
The stick.
Like it came the V bracket.
Yeah, the V
broke loose off.
Yeah, I must have kicked the little latch on the side of it or whatever, because it just loosened up and kicked off to the side. So I was just stuck to the side of the tree.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Why you wear a lineman's belt? Because other words, I'm dead.
I was parked next to his car. I texted him. I was like, "Where the hell is he?" You know, he must have gone way back in there. Right?
It's a ways back in there to where I had to go.
Were you able to get back up on?
Yeah, I was able to get back around,
kick around the
stick, so I could get it up closer to my hand, so I could tighten that thing back. I was standing on the fourth stick, so I was 20 feet up in the air.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's why you use a lineman's belt, because other words you're effed.
Oh, yeah.
So
it saved me a handful of times already.
Yeah, so that was fun and exciting. Then he made fun of my crap-ass sticks that I have. And
he's got
stands.
a pretty brutal setup.
Yeah. Well, the stand only weighs like 12 pounds. It's the sticks that kills you. But I
just hear the steel clanking half a mile away as he's walking up.
It's not that bad. I killed deer in it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I can't say the same. I haven't killed shit this year, so you're winning.
Yeah. No, it's I'll get new sticks next year. New stick and stand. Just wasn't in the budget this year.
Yeah.
So I have nice clothes.
The story of archery hunting prior to the opener of rifle is a story of defeat.
Yeah, I mean, I've shot and missed deer, and
I shot, hit a buck, thought I killed him. Ended
shot.
up not being the case. Hit him low, must have been in the leg, not in the body cavity. Hardly no blood. Tracked for 300 yards. Pinpricks of blood in the snow every 10 yards, basically.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have been able to track him 10 yards without snow. We were on his track as much as we were on the blood, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And after 300 yards, no more blood. What you got there, bub? Oh, he's smelling that bullet, huh?
300 Savage, ready to go for a walk tomorrow.
But we're set up and we're prepared for tomorrow. I think we're gonna hang a few deer up. Feel pretty good about it.
I think it'll be fun.
Forgot to tell you, we couldn't share the route on OnX.
Yep.
I screenshotted it and airdropped it to you when I was out there by your phone. So in your photos, you have the route.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Best I could think of to do.
That'll work.
Yeah, because you can see your pin, and you can see my route, and you can get right in there.
How far is that? About a mile or 3/4 of a mile?
I'm gonna guess it's
half mile
from where you park. I would assume it's a mile.
You think?
Probably pretty close.
I can't remember.
I'm surprised sometimes at how far you think something is in the swamp.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
it's
a quarter mile.
It
was
was
tough traveling.
raining and super shitty the last time we were out there, so It probably felt like a mile. But I
Well,
don't think
going
it
through
was.
with all that snow on there, that's the other thing I wanted to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be prepared to be wet when you get to that. I would maybe wear a different jacket and something with a hood, because when you're going through all those tamarack,
All that snow's
all that
falling off
snow's
of it.
coming down on you. By the time I got out there, my rubber boots had got a bunch of snow inside them and a bunch of snow all down the back of my neck and shit. You need a hood. So I have a couple other jackets too. You might, if you don't have the right thing or whatever. But I would have a jacket that you can just sacrifice when you get out there. Hey, it's wet, peel that off. And then even if you have to run duct tape or something around the top of your boots, so that when you get out there, you're not wet.
Pants fit over boots. It's a thing.
Yeah, but then when you get out there, your pants are going to be frozen solid because you're going to be in.
It works.
I had a couple spots that were pretty much right up to my knee boots. So
Yeah.
Oh, in water?
yeah.
You and I gonna win the prize tomorrow for furthest from the vehicle?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You guys are riding your unicycles, aren't you?
Yeah. I did a
We're gonna look like a couple gay dads going out here hunting.
Gay dads.
no. I did the track. It was like a mile and a half to the
Yep.
south side of it. So.
That's a pretty good hike.
So you guys are riding bikes?
Riding bikes with my son's kid hauler trailer attached
Yep.
to mine with tree stands in it.
yeah. We're going like
You're hauling the stands?
Yep.
yeah.
How
Going
do you
like
transport your weapon?
I'm gonna have it strapped to my backpack.
yeah.
Okay.
We're going like 3/4 of a mile on bikes, and then we got like 3/4 mile hike.
So you
after
turn
that.
into a triathlon?
Yeah. Plus,
That's what
Gonna swim in there too?
I said. No swimming though.
No
I
swimming.
don't want any
Okay.
swimming.
Just
we do have
biking
to.
and
Did you
hiking.
bring your waders?
I do have waders.
Yeah, I
sitting
brought
next to
mine
me.
too.
So it will go aquatic probably at some point.
So
yeah,
it is like a
it is
triathlon.
aquatic. You have to cross the river.
You have to bike,
Nice.
Bike.
swim.
Yeah, exactly.
hike.
And
Yeah.
then hike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
It's
it.
the hunter's triathlon.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. It's like the biathlon. So it's the triathlon with guns.
Yep. It'll be interesting. Hopefully, we're.
So you guys are going in there in
victorious.
the dark. You never been in there, neither one of you.
Nope.
Yeah, we're going.
Blind as shit.
I think we're gonna find a lot of Type 2 fun out there.
Yeah, exactly. There won't be any dragging deer back from back there.
No.
You're going to probably eat the whole thing. You're going to need to
I
get
was gonna
back
say,
in.
going back, I bring it in my tummy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I said tummy.
Got some intel about it that it should be pretty good. So
Yeah, where'd Alex go? Out by
Went
the
outside.
campfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be good. So you're gonna try to hang in the dark, or
Yeah,
you're gonna wait till gray light? And
Man, I've done this so many times.
I know, but I'm just saying you don't know the landscape. You don't know what.
I'm
you're,
just gonna. The name of the game tomorrow is just being able to see far. So as
Yeah.
long as we get out on that far
Mhm.
island and get on the edge of it to where we can overlook all the marsh, then
Yeah.
the
but you
30
don't know
odds.
what kind of marsh it is.
I got a pretty good idea what it
Yeah.
is.
Is it
I
tag
gotta
alder? Is it buffalo
No.
grass?
No, it's pretty grassy.
Yeah, it's the grass. It's just like
Cattails?
what's across the street here.
Yeah, I've heard the local guys call it buffalo grass. I don't know what it actually is.
Right. I don't know.
It's a mix of cattails and just
If I can get somewhere where I can see 300 yards with the 30-06, my odds are pretty good at dusting something.
Yeah.
It's just going to get it after.
and you got a doe. And you got a doe tag. That's
I
a long
do
ways
have
to
a
bring a
doe
doe
tag.
out, huh?
Dude, I don't care at this
yeah,
point.
I hear you. No, I hear you.
Just
I
buckle
think
her
that'll
right into
mostly
that
just be
hauler.
fun if you
Right,
get
I'm going with the right guy.
Yeah, it's true. It's a good project to have a couple people. Hey,
Yeah.
Dan, how are you?
So it'll be good.
We can break down a deer out there. Done it before.
Mm-hmm.
Did it earlier this year even.
Yeah, that won't be bad.
Well, the spot that Ryan's going to,
Yeah.
I've been super excited to hunt all year.
Yeah.
But I'm learning as I go about hunting with a cameraman.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Big challenge up here in particular because the spots I typically hunt are tight and you
Yeah,
see deer
tight.
for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, deer.
Yeah. He's like, I didn't even have the camera on, bud. And the arrow's gone.
Like, awesome.
He's like, I told you, don't shoot twice. Did you hear that? And I'm like, I didn't hear it. It's like, it was pretty loud the second time when I told you. I'm like,
I was in kill mode.
I
Sorry.
didn't hear anything. It's amazing.
No, that's got to be weird. Somebody.
But so I picked a different location for tomorrow, and I'm sending him into my honey hole.
Yeah.
Shared my.
Awesome.
Yeah. Come on in, buddy.
What happens at deer camp
Well,
stays at deer camp.
I have a feeling
Thanks for
that
offering up your hole.
I have a feeling that Forky I saw today will be dead tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
He's moving way too early in the day to not be dead tomorrow.
They're moving all day long right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's bucks. They're.
You guys
Yeah.
packing sandwiches, staying out all day?
Planning on it.
Yeah, I got food.
Got
I'm
water,
gonna make me some PB&Js.
coffee.
Yeah.
Tony sent some gravity packs.
I got gravity packs.
Yeah, I got my stove.
I got my
I'll
stove.
steal some of them gravity packs because otherwise it's Starbucks Via and
No,
hot cocoa.
I'll give you a couple gravity packs to take with you guys.
Sounds good.
Yeah, no, I'm planning on staying out all day.
I'm gonna stay out all day. Make.
If I'm getting out there, I'm not coming back in
Right.
halfway through the day.
I'm taking a thermos of coffee and a sandwich and probably like a granola bar.
Yeah.
That should get me through the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my stove and thing of coffee, and I'll probably take a sandwich. I don't know. I got a mountain house, but that would be kind of a pain in the ass. to
Yeah,
deal with
I
out
got
there.
some
That would be a
coffee.
pain in the ass.
I've got some of those the Costco brand nut bars. They're like 200 calories for one bar that weighs 1.3
One thing I gotta
ounces or
remember to
something.
put in my bag is some toilet paper, though. I do
Yeah.
not have toilet paper in my bag, and that is crucial. For
There's the
some-
key elements.
Are you gonna hunt? Are you
I
gonna
like
sit
the
all day?
sleeves of all
I'm
my
not trying.
clothes.
right, and I like to wear 2 socks, so
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna take food,
I like
make a
both my
sandwich in the
socks.
morning and stuff, or something?
Yeah, that's
Take,
my plan.
Take some water.
Probably just whatever, 30 whatever ounces.
30, yeah, an
32
Algene.
ounces, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
yeah. That's
Drink
what I'm
some
gonna
water
take.
tonight.
There's plenty of
Yeah.
snow you can melt down if you need to out there too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I might bring my little stove too. I got stuff to make coffee.
I feel like you're gonna kill big buck tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I think I'm gonna do first thing so I can get in, start drinking.
That's a
Eating
good
back
move,
straps.
dude.
That's a good option.
Dude, Scotty Pennell shot a buck a couple weekends ago with archery.
Oh, he did?
And I was like,
Nice.
how was it? He goes, it sucked. Shot it Sunday morning. Didn't even get to celebrate and drink. Had to put it right in the truck and come home.
Yeah, that's rough, man. I've been there.
That's not what you want.
No.
Can you hand me?
I
one of
haven't
them
had
beer
an opening
slushies?
day deer.
Yeah.
I've never shot an opening day deer, so I'm hoping to make that happen.
It's been 3 years, I think, for me.
Opening day?
I promise I'll only shoot a doe in the AM hours. If it's last light, I won't pop a doe out
I
there.
don't care.
Wow,
All
that's a horrible attitude to have.
Yeah.
I am a firm believer in you shoot the deer in front of
Hey,
you.
if you
All
shoot,
right.
if you shoot
Well,
that
then
doe
it's
and you don't
good.
want her, I'll tag her and I'll bring her back in.
No, I'll take her.
Okay.
I'm not ashamed. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't. If I shoot a doe at 5:30 at night,
Mason
you know,
don't care.
I don't care.
He's got a sharp knife.
Yeah,
Damn straight.
He's going to shoot a deer.
yeah.
Bomber.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't know.
Is that what you're gonna wear?
Do you have a
Canadian
doe
antlers.
tag?
I do for private land.
All right.
Oh.
I had one for here. No, wait, for public land.
You have a doe tag?
For public.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, public.
That's
Right.
better.
Yeah.
Private lost it, and then went to go buy another one, and they're sold out.
No shit.
You had a private?
Yeah,
You can get them reprinted.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've tried to go get it reprinted, and they say keep telling me they're sold out.
You got public though.
Public though, for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good, man.
All of our spots are on public.
I got a full roster of tags right now, so
Yeah, I got my both buck tags and a doe tag.
I'm down to
I
the,
got
4 on
10
one
shells,
side.
so
that's basically what I'm gonna be packing.
I'm bringing heat.
Packing the
Yep.
HR.
I can only shoot a big buck.
What was that?
4 on a side. That's it.
It's frozen. My beer is completely frozen.
They're beer slushies, man.
I was going to bring your guys' beer inside earlier, but I forgot.
Oh, thanks for thinking about us.
I thought about you. Just-
He changed his mind.
Yeah.
What's wrong? You tired?
No, I'm just got my game face on.
I like
thinking
that.
about tomorrow.
Dude,
Good.
I literally
Important.
just went in there after you guys left and put my PJs on, got in my sleeping bag, pulled the top over my head so it was just black, and I just started dreaming about big bucks and having a gun tomorrow, and the weather's supposed to be
It's going to be a nice opening day.
It's gonna
a
be
little bit
nice,
warmer,
right?
sunny.
Slightly
but
warmer.
That's great.
sunny.
I don't want to sit all
There'll be
day.
some
I'd
wind.
rather sit all day in 34 than 18.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's going to be
absolutely.
like what, 18, 20 when we go out. Yeah. Anybody else see the weather? Wind direction, wind speed,
South,
huh?
southwest.
South, southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 10 mile an
Okay.
hour.
Yeah,
6
that's a
mile
good
an
wind.
hour. Yeah.
It's not
Like
bad.
this tonight sucked. There was no wind.
No.
No,
it
it
was-
was dead.
It was zero.
There was a there was
That's
just a
how it
little,
is up here, though, a
Yeah.
lot of the time, man. It's just, you could hear
Still.
a pin drop.
It either blows every direction or
No direction.
no direction.
It was
And yeah.
dead quiet. It was
Yeah, with that snow in the trees
Yeah,
and
it
stuff.
was
It's
like-
crazy. You feel like you're the only person
Yeah.
in the woods.
like chickadee 100 yards away. You can hear it bouncing around in a tree.
When
Yeah.
you come up here late December for muzzleloader,
Oh yeah.
and get a big snow and there's a foot of snow and
Yeah,
all the trees are
exactly.
covered, dude, it's just
Your spider crawl.
yeah.
If you're not going to wear those puffy pants tomorrow, I might take those so I don't have to haul my bibs out.
They're yours.
Unless you think you're going to wear them. Then I can haul my bibs out.
You can make them home.
I mean, I was gonna probably come prepared to be a little
That's fine.
warmer.
I'll take my
but
bibs.
you know, I mean,
It's not going to be hard for me.
or I'll take your bibs if you want.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Backpacks.
Yeah,
Yeah. I've been carrying them all week anyway, so.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to about like 11:30 when all the other hunters
That's
Yeah.
a great time
Go
to shoot a
and-
deer.
go
That's a
and try
great-
to leave the woods and scare all the deer to us. It'll be great.
That's a great time.
Yeah.
Like 11 through 2
Oh,
o'clock in the
yeah.
afternoon.
It's gonna be there'll be deer,
3 o'clock.
and especially where you are. Your spot will be less affected, I think, by that, but you're in a spot where deer are gonna be coming back to and feel safe.
They might be running out of the woods to that swamp.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of deer are gonna get pushed out of the hills tomorrow, down into, and that is a travel corridor into where you're gonna be. Like, you're
Them
just
hills have
you're in
eyes.
their bedroom.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, let's wrap this up.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's eat
Let's drink
dinner.
some beer, eat some.
Have some beers.
Get fucked up.
You know.
We do have to hunt tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah, that's why I said get hydrated.
Right.
We'll save the getting fucked up for tomorrow after we kill
Yeah,
pile
4 or
of
5
big
deer.
bucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna put a few up on the buck pole, but I've been saying that all week. So
We can,
but I'm pretty optimistic about
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Drew and I can roll into the town buck pole with our backpacks and a head strapped to it.
Yep. That's
Hang
what
your
it'll
backpack
be.
right up in there. Well, right on, man. We'll do another one of these before we get out of here this weekend.
Oh, heck
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Later.
Good luck.